Morning guys, welcome back to another Elle Summers vlog. This morning I'm doing something really exciting. I'm actually going to the brand new coffee shop 8 Coffee Co that's opened in the south side of Glasgow. So it's my friend Hannah that owns it and we actually met through social media, so I'm going to bring you guys along. I have been in, I have tried the coffee and it's been amazing, so I'm going to take you guys in and you guys need to try it, but before you try it I'll show you it myself. Let's go.
There we go.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I've never had a raspberry one before.
It's better, but it's kind of like the M&S one. Have you tried the M&S one?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
it's
Is it? Yeah, obviously. Oh guys, that was actually so nice, and I actually got a little raspberry matcha for the road and a pain au chocolat because I'm now going to work and I've not had breakfast, so we need to have something. But that is just like one of many things that I love about my new job. Obviously, if you don't already know, I'm a qualified lawyer in Scotland and I qualified in 2023 after 5 years of university, a 2-year traineeship, and then I practiced as a solicitor for 6 months. And now I guess I'm on like a little like career break situation. The career break has now been for 1.5 years and I'm working in private care, so I am supporting adults with additional support needs and I love it. I actually love it, and then obviously I do my content as well, so we're really living our like Hannah Montana best of both worlds life at the moment, and honestly I'm loving it. I'm actually loving it. And so I'm working this morning at 10, but it's so nice because it means that I can like do things like this morning Hannah's coffee shop opened at 8 and it was like obviously the launch day. If I was still working as a lawyer, I was working in town and I had to do the commute, like I would be on a train to work at 8 in the morning, but now it means that I can go and do things like that. So honestly I'm very grateful, very grateful. So yeah, I'm just heading off to work. I am caffeinated to say the least. I've had obviously that coffee and then the raspberry matcha, but I'm happy and we're going to work and it's going to be a great day. I thought in this vlog we could actually talk about how to know when something isn't serving you. Obviously for me, I can obviously speak about how to know when a job isn't serving you or like a career path, because that's something that I can definitely talk to you guys about and resonate with. But this could be anything. It could honestly be like a friendship, if a friendship isn't serving you, a relationship, you know, traveling, you know, if you've gone traveling and it's no longer serving you and you want to come home but you have that like guilt of like leaving. University, if you're doing university, and you know a lot of people start uni courses and then leave, so there are so many things that you can get yourself into and then realise that it's not for you anymore and it doesn't serve you. So I thought we could speak about that. Obviously for these vlogs I love showing you what I get up to, I love showing you my life and like my newfound freedom, because it's so special to me and I would love to share it with you guys, but obviously I want to give you guys value and I want you guys to come away from watching my vlog feeling like you've learned something or feeling like a bit inspired, or that you've just had some takeaways from the vlog and you can put them into your own life to hopefully improve your day. So yeah, I'm gonna head to work and then we will get into really chatting about it, because this is something that I am really passionate about and something close to my heart, so I'm really excited to start this vlog and chat to you guys about that. Morning guys, it is a new week. It's now Wednesday and I'm starting work at 10 o'clock again. Shock. But before that we're going to go into Costa and do some work for myself. We're going to do loads of admin and we're also going to do some work for the small businesses whose socials I manage. Again, this is a part of my life that I love doing it, and the best way for me to be productive is to go out and do my own thing before I start my like 9-to-5 job. Okay, we're finished in the coffee shop. I've been in there for just short of 2 hours, so we're needing a break from the laptop, a break from the screens. I've actually just finished uploading a TikTok that is about how to be invited to content creator events, something I get asked a lot when I post videos of where I've been, what I've been up to, and the events that I've been to. I have a lot of other small creators who follow me, so yeah, it's just nice to kind of share my experience and my knowledge of how to actually get involved in the creator community. So I've posted a video on that. If that's something that you would be interested in, you can go and follow me on TikTok. It's lsummers_, and the same on Insta. I just love chatting about all things content creation, honestly. So I've finished all my admin, all my content for the morning, and I'm starting work soon, so I'm going to go drive over to work, get a shift in. I don't usually work on a Wednesday, but I'm just picking up some overtime, which I don't mind doing. So as long as I can get my stuff done in the morning and then go to work, honestly, I'm happy. So I've also got another event. I was at an event with Superdrug last night, and that was so fun. Again, posted it on my Insta, so go and look over there. And I have another event tonight with Maggie's, which is a country music bar in town. And if you've been following me, you will know I love country music with my whole heart. So that is very on brand for me, and I'm very, very excited. So we're going to go to work. After work, we are going to have a nap because I am shattered. I have been up since 4. I just couldn't sleep, and I don't know why. It's so annoying. I'm not the best sleeper, so I'm tired. So we're going to hopefully have a nap after work before the event. And then I'm going to go to Maggie's, and I'm going to take you guys along. I can't wait for that. So I'm going to go to work just now, and then I'll check back in when I'm getting ready to go to Maggie's, and then I'll bring you along to the event, because, you know, I love watching this stuff. I love seeing events, all things content creation. So if I can bring you guys along, then that makes me really happy. So I will see you after work. Hey guys, so I know I said I was going to catch up with you when I was doing my makeup, and I put my extensions in, but as you can see I've got no extensions because I decided to have a nap instead of put extensions in. But I'm here with Bestie, here with Celine. Hope you guys enjoyed her advice last time. She's amazing. And we're celebrating because she hit 3,000 followers on Insta, which is so many. Wow. So we're celebrating. Yeah, this lighting is so much better.
The light is depressing.
The light's so good for you.
So good?
Yeah. We've been trying to take pictures of each other, and all the pictures of her look really good, and the ones of me look not really good.
She says it's the light.
I wonder if it's the photography skills.
Giving 10.
Anyway, we've come to Maggie's in town, and we've had like the nicest meal. I couldn't finish it, so I've taken it for Smart, and he can finish it for me. But it's been so good. So it's very warm in here though. But we've had a really nice night. I'm going to post about it on TikTok, so follow me over there. You can see that. But I feel it might actually be better for me to catch up with you guys tomorrow rather than in here because it's very loud. I think so. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Morning guys. It's Sunday today. I'm actually working at 9 o'clock today, so it's an early one. I wanted to come and chat to you guys before I go off to work, and then it means tonight when I go home from work I can upload this YouTube video, because I'm on a 4-week streak uploading on YouTube, which I'm really, really proud of, because I've really tried with YouTube for years to stay consistent, and 4 weeks in a row is actually really good for me. So we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it rolling. I feel a sore throat coming on, which isn't great, so hopefully the hot drink helps. I'm gonna get some Lemsip. Smart wasn't well this week, and I feel like I am about to get whatever he had, so slay. A hot drink always does help. Also, where has summer gone? Where has summer gone? Why am I now cold and it is raining? One thing, like, this is so niche, right? So niche. But see, as a content creator who loves filming in her car, right? See, when you're trying to do that and it's raining, it's actually very difficult, because I'm filming in my car, I'm trying to speak to you guys, and all you can hear is the rain hitting off the windscreen. So I'm hoping that you guys can hear me okay. I've actually come to like a little covered bit, so that will help, hopefully. So cheers. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope you guys had a good week. I actually had a really busy week in terms of, you know, like work and content. So my day job, my care job, I picked up a few overtime shifts, so that was good. No complaints there. I was actually at some really fun events this week. So on Tuesday night, if you follow me on TikTok and Instagram, you would have seen that I was at an event with Superdrug. What? I love Superdrug. I actually love Superdrug. I did a video like a couple months ago saying that I have a few dream brands I would love to work with, and Superdrug was one of them. And then they invited me to an event. Slay. And it was in Braehead. And I'm also a huge fan of Braehead. I'm always at Braehead. So that was just really fun. So that was good. The next night I went to Maggie's in Glasgow City Centre, which is a country music bar, country bar in Glasgow, and again that was so fun. They were launching a new menu, so I got to have some food. I got to bring Celine, got to bring a +1, so she loved it. We had such a good time. And then I saw all my content friends, but it was so funny because it was like the same group of girls from the night before at Superdrug that were at Maggie's. So guys, there's actually nothing better than content girlies. I'm sorry, they're so nice. They're actually the best. And like, I guess it's like your social life, right? So it's like just so much fun. I love it. So as I mentioned at the start of this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about knowing when to leave a situation. Okay, so for me, that was definitely a job or workplace. And I know a lot of you will be feeling the same, but it might be, you know, you're in a relationship or a friendship that isn't serving you and you want to leave but don't know if you should or when to. So I'm just going to go through kind of some tips and tricks that helped me know when to leave. So I was doing my traineeship in a law firm. And again, if you follow me on the other apps, you will know that I had an absolute time. It was really a really negative experience. Let's just leave it at that. Like, really was ruining me. It was, yeah, not the one. I'll go into it another day, but just had a really bad experience as a trainee. I mean, trainees don't have a great experience, do they? But this particular experience and this particular environment was just 1 in a million. Let's just say 1 in a million. So I knew that by the time this traineeship was done, I needed out, right? You had 2 years. After that 2 years, you were free to go wherever you want. Some people stay. You can actually stay at the law firm that you do your traineeship at. But for me, that was never, ever an option. Ever. I even tried to leave during my traineeship. And I actually applied for so many jobs out with law while I was doing my traineeship, because there were so many days I was like, I actually don't think I can do this. Like, and I'm a very like confident person and I'm confident in my ability to do things and get the job done, but that was crazy. Anyway, one of the things I would say when you're trying to navigate, should I leave, should I stay, should I leave? The first one, it sounds very cliche, but it's definitely listen to your gut, okay? Your gut is your body's compass when it comes to navigating situations. And your gut, a really good way to listen to your gut if you're not sure how to tune into your gut is ask yourself a question, okay? Should I stay? Should I leave? Am I happy? Am I not happy? Do I wish I was somewhere else? So say, am I happy in this situation or in this job or in this workplace? Get a coin, say heads is yes, tails is no. Flip the coin, right? And before you look at the coin, you will instantly know what the answer is without looking at the coin. I hope this makes sense. So yeah, listen to your gut. There were so many times that my gut was screaming. For me, it wasn't even my gut anymore. Like, it was actually my health. And that's another thing that you really need to look at, is your gut and then your health. Because if you don't listen to your gut, your health will start to tell you also. So for me, when I was doing my traineeship and I was so down, so unhappy, so stressed, so anxious, all of the above, that is the first time I'd ever experienced these feelings as well. Generally before that, I was very, very happy and positive and confident, but it really stripped it all away from me. But I started to lose my hair. So my hair was starting to fall out in big clumps. when I put my hair up. Sorry, I have a hair mask and that's why it looks like soaking wet. When I would put my hair up, you would just see scalp. It was actually horrible. Like, as a female who, you know, likes to look nice and take pride in their appearance, that was a really hard pill to swallow. I went to the doctors about it. She was like, girl, I think you need a sick line. And I was like, no, because if I take a sick line, that takes time off my 2-year traineeship and they might add the time on at the end, and I'm not staying a day longer than I have to. Even if it means I am bald by the end of it, I will do this traineeship. I'm getting it done. And she was like, okay, I'll prescribe you some shampoo. I was like, thanks. So that was actually my health. It had gone past the gut stage. My health was really screaming at me. Also, my skin's really improved since leaving corporate, which is funny. But I will try and find the picture of what my skin looked like when I was stressed at my work. And this is my skin now, and I'll show you what it looked like. But that's another telltale sign, is acne, and whether it's on your, for me it was almost my chin, you know, it can be anywhere. Some people get it on their back. It's just, yeah, it's also another way of your body telling you that you are stressed. So that was definitely what it was for me. There are just so many telltale signs. Also just like how you feel, fatigue. I did not want to socialise at the weekend because I felt like the weekend was my opportunity to like take back my time and like control of my week, because I felt like I was living my 9 to 5 for someone else. I don't even know who. But it definitely wasn't me. So I felt like, you know, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday was just for me. I didn't want to see anyone. I didn't want to do anything. Also, Friday night, if you're staying in the office late, you're not getting home till late. So that's your Friday done. Saturday, yeah, fine. But then Sunday, you're, you know, riddled with the Sunday scaries. So you can't really enjoy your Sunday either. Like, so I think you need to look at your spare time and how you're spending that. Because obviously we work to live and we should never live to work. But sometimes the lines start to get blurred, or in my case, there were no lines. So you definitely have to look at your gut, your health, and also how you're spending your free time. That's obviously for work, right? I do think if it comes to relationships, a really good thing to ask yourself is, who's pouring into who? That's been really helpful for me if I've ever had to navigate that situation. But if you say you're two people, and imagine you have cups, right? So, you know, say I'm one cup and say, for example, Smart is another cup, right? A relationship should, you know, take turns. You know, maybe one cup is empty, one cup is full. They're kind of half and half. You know, some days I'll be down, he'll pour into me. Some days he'll be having a bad day, I'll pour into him. We lift each other up, you know, we know when we need it. So your cups should be going like this all the time, right? But if you have a friendship or you're in a relationship where you feel you're constantly pouring into that person, so their cup is overflowing but your cup is empty, that's not good. Like, that is not good, and that is not a good sign. I was also speaking to someone about this kind of situation the other day, and they had this really good analogy which I'm going to share with you. And it's basically like, this was in the case of friendships, right? But it's basically, friendship can be looked at like a bank, okay? And like, you are in friend debt, okay? So it's like kind of the same as like the cup. Sometimes your cup's empty, it's full. But basically, you imagine friendship or relationship like a bank, right? And sometimes you're in debt to that person. You maybe have done something that's not great, right? So you're in debt. But then you do something good and it brings your debt up and you come out your overdraft. And then they might be here and then they do something that brings them down. Like, there is a bit of wiggle room. Like, there is, you know, you do have an overdraft in most cases, unless it's compromising your well-being. But if someone has well and truly reached their overdraft limit and they have no intention of coming out their overdraft and putting money back in to bring you back up to a surplus, then, you know, that's something you really need to look at. Also, another thing when it comes to situations, workplaces, people, relationships, I think sometimes you just need to ask yourself, you know, will I be better off? Do I feel like I can go on without this situation? Like, if I leave this job, am I going to be happier? Like, am I going to be better off? 9 times out of 10 the answer is probably going to be yes. Also with friendships or relationships, like, you know, ask yourself, am I going to be okay without this? You know, am I going to be better off, like well-being and, you know, all the rest of it? And if you think you're going to be better off, you probably will be. Also, as human beings, right, we get so comfortable. So we are comfortable in relationships and friendships that we know and we've had for like a really, really long time. But just because you've been with that person or in a relationship or friendship for such a long time doesn't mean that they are a good person to be around. You might be used to it and comfortable, and they have made you feel like safe and it's homely and you're familiar with them, but that's not always a good thing. Because sometimes you actually just get used to like behaviour that you shouldn't really be putting up with, but you give that person a lot more grace because they've been in your life longer. Whereas if they'd walked into your life now, the person that you are now and the boundaries that you have now, would you accept that kind of behaviour? Probably not. So just because, like, you know, 20-year-old you accepted it doesn't mean that 30-year-old you has to accept it, you know? So it's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to navigate, but nobody looks after your best interests like you do, okay? And I think sometimes we need to remember that, and no one's going to do it for you. The only person that can leave that relationship or that job or that friendship is you. Only you can do that. And I've seen that in workplaces where people moan about it every day. They're like, oh, this place, I hate this place. Like, oh, this job is the worst. I'm so miserable. They've been there for like, you know, 5 years, 10 years, and they have no intention of leaving. And I'm just like, change the record. Either do something about it or shut up, because you're ruining the vibe, but also, why are you moaning if you're not going to do anything about it? That screams like lazy to me, honestly. When I was in that traineeship, like, I would have a wee moan about it. Everyone would. Like, everyone was well and truly aware of the current affairs of the business and everything, but everyone would moan about it. But I was the one that was going home every night to look for new jobs. And some of them were, but like the people that were moaning the most were the ones that had no intentions of leaving. It was very bizarre, but I also think it's normal. I think a lot of people stay in situations that are comfortable, and I don't think it's great for your development, if I'm honest. That's just me. Anyway, guys, hope that helps. Listen to your gut, look at your health, look at whose cup is being poured into and whose is not, and make a change. Honestly, make a change, because nobody's going to do it for you. And we'll leave it there. But thanks for listening, guys. Hopefully that helps. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but honestly, if you're listening to this and it doesn't resonate with you, please send it to someone who might benefit from this, because I really, really want to be someone online that gives value and helps you. I don't really do all the aesthetic pictures. I can try, I can give it my best shot, but it's not my bag. And I'll leave it with the girlies who know what they're doing. For me, I would rather be a big sis online, someone that's there for you, someone that can give you a bit of insight and value from a gal who's been there and probably done it. And I hope it helps. But yeah, guys, also please subscribe to my YouTube. I'm halfway to my goal of 1,000 subscribers. I really would love to get 1,000 subscribers, and I'm almost at 500. So it's a process, but we're getting there. So if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to me. It would mean the world. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week in the next Elle Summers weekly vlog. Bye, guys.